Good morning. It's Friday, October 3rd, Mean Girls Day, a whole day to celebrate Stephanie Drummond from Mean Girls. Frankly, it should be longer. We should do more of these every single day. Well, I do it every single day, but the whole world should do it every single day. And now, the news. We're doing one story and one story only today. And it's coming out of Manchester, England on Yom Kippur, which is the Jewish Day of Atonement, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar, where at least 2 people have been killed and 4 others seriously injured after a man drove a car through a crowd of Jewish people. The suspect, who was killed by police, also stabbed a security guard and was wearing an explosive vest, though it turned out that the vest was not a viable explosive device. Not that it really matters. I mean, it matters practically, but not emotionally. 3 other suspects were arrested on, quote, suspicion of commission, preparation, and instigation of acts of terrorism, end quote. In the mix of everything I said, I want to come back to a security guard was stabbed. Why am I repeating that one thing? I just said a lot of really bad things. Why am I repeating this one thing? Because temples have security guards. A lot of houses of worship are upping their security, which is awful. Very sad sign of current times. Temples have upped their security. They have for a while, but they have particularly done that since the October 7th Hamas attacks. I talked about this a few months ago, but I'm going to talk about it again. I'm going to talk about it forever, if that's what it takes. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. But I will if that's what it takes. In the 3 months following the Israel-Hamas war, the Anti-Defamation League reported that anti-Semitic attacks went up 301%. And in a report published in February of 2025, 33% of American Jews said that they felt they had been the personal target of anti-Semitism, either in person or online. It is called the Israel-Hamas war. We say Hamas and not Gaza because Gaza is not at war. Although they are the de facto ruling power in Gaza, Hamas is not the recognized government of Gaza, by the world. The reason that they are the de facto ruling power is because they gained that power forcibly by overthrowing the recognized government. We say Hamas because that is the specific group within Gaza that is fighting on one side. On the other side is Israel. And the reason that's how that gets said is because the government of Israel dictates that side of the war. The war, and the way it's being handled, is deeply unpopular in Israel. Since the October 8th episode, so since the day after the October 7th attacks, I have said that we are going to have to hold 2 thoughts in our head at the same time. What is happening in Gaza to Palestinians is horrific. Full stop. It is a genocide. It is the act of the government of Israel. Acts of anti-Semitism, like what happened on Thursday, are also horrific. Full stop. What happened on Thursday is horrific. We should be saying free Palestine. There are people that are actively standing in the way of making that happen. The people that were just going to temple, trying to safely and freely follow their religion, are not the people that are preventing those in Gaza from being able to safely and freely live their lives. As I did in June, following the Colorado attack on the folks that were on the peace walk for the hostages that are still being held by Hamas, if on the very off chance the White House has anything newsworthy and factual to say about this, I will relay it. Otherwise, you can expect that I will not cover their comments here. This administration, this White House, uses Jewish Americans to push their hateful agendas against other groups. And then it turns around and invites anti-Semites into the highest seats of government. Obviously, my heart is with the victims, as well as the witnesses, the first responders, their friends and family, and all Jewish people around the world for whom I cannot imagine what this news feels like again, because it continues to happen. By the way, try not to be overtaken with shock when I tell you that Kash Patel announced on Wednesday, a day before this attack, that the FBI has cut ties with the leading Jewish civil rights group, the Anti-Defamation League. No word was given on why. By the way, I am going to keep my promise. I will not cover the Trump administration, anybody in it, if they make any comments about what happened. But as of this recording on Thursday evening, neither the FBI or the President of the United States have made any comments about what happened. However, on Donald Trump's official account and then retweeted by the official account of the United States White House, Donald Trump is posting the very racist AI-generated video of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries talking. And in the video, Hakeem Jeffries he has the mustache and is wearing the sombrero. And apparently every day that the shutdown continues, the sombrero is going to get 10 times bigger. And they have reposted that video. A hate crime happened. A hate crime happened. And that's what they're posting. So I won't be, relaying any of their messages here. But so far, they're not going to have any messages. Congratulations. I hope that the people who voted for this are really proud of themselves. I gotta be honest, I don't really have it in me for any other stories. If you're new here, this happens sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. We are getting through this. Sometimes we have to say we're maxed out. We're maxed out on news. That's what this show is for. There are other shows. There are other networks. There are networks that do 24-hour news. There are other shows that do an hour of news. That's not this show. Sometimes we just say, it's Friday and there was a terrorist attack simply because of someone's religion, and the President of the United States is just posting racist AI-generated videos, and the official White House Twitter account is reposting them. So I think I'm comfortable saying that's a wrap on the news for me, just for today. We're going to get back to it on Monday. There's not 1 ounce of quit in me. This guy that doesn't know the difference between an actual news segment and a fake news segment, selling med beds, something that doesn't exist, that regrows limbs, he doesn't win. He doesn't get to win the country. He doesn't get, he just doesn't. We're going to get back to it on Monday, I promise. The government will probably still be shut down on Monday. You think this guy, Captain AI-generated medbed video dude, you think that guy's going to be like, and over the weekend, we're going to take a serious look at the budget because I'm going to work on the weekend. No, absolutely not. Unfortunately, I'm not saying, I'm saying unfortunately, the government will still be shut down over the weekend. On Monday, we're going to get back to it. In the meantime, go listen to your favorite album, your favorite artist. Maybe it's Taylor Swift. See, look how relevant I am. If you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't. Tay-Tay's got a new album out. Maybe it's Taylor Swift. Maybe it's Kelly Clarkson. Maybe it's Andy Williams. Go listen to anything you want. Listen to your favorite album. Go see your favorite people. Go have your favorite weekend. And because you will, and because of all the favorites, if you put all your favorites together, and then out of all those favorites, they get to pick their favorites, Somehow this is going to make sense. Here's what I'm trying to say. It's your favorites. They're together, and then they get to pick their favorites. Now it's a list of favorites. The point is, at the top of that list of favorites of favorites of favorites, you're at the top. And because of everything, I'm proud of you.